रावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपम् स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णम् सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेदलक्षं नमामि। चित्रं वटतरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्या गुरुयुवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्नसंशयाः निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषये भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति स्तोत्रम। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमान नगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्भूतं यथा निद्रया यः साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतम् मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि योगी वयः स्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणाद् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। नानाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहा दीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानैयस्य तु चक्षुरादिकर्णद्वारा बहिःस्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्तादृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत्सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्स्वमिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये।
ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। प्रणम्य रामाभिधमात्मधीपदम् जगत्प्रसूतिस्थितिसंयमायनम् तदात्मकान् शङ्करपूर्वकान् गुरून् मयोपदेशार्थविभाग उच्यते। The passage 106, the Lokayata Mata. The last mention was of the view of the Lokayata, the Charvaka, the materialists, who consider matter as the ultimate reality, not consciousness. That consciousness is the property of matter. To them it was said, Nacha dehendriya vishanam swarthatam. As far as they are concerned, this sanghata, this aggregate of the body, sense organs, is Atma. If that is Atma, that is Swartha, meaning that it should be independent, it should exist on its own, it should reveal it by itself, that is Atma. Self-existing, self-shining, self-revealing, self-sufficient is Atma. If this complex of body, mind, sense was Atma, meaning the matter was reality, then matter should be self-shining, self-existing, self-revealing, which is what is meant by Swartha. It serves its own purpose, meaning that it is independent of anything else. So this is the view of the Charvakas, that matter is the reality. then Dehendriya Vishayanam Swarthatam. In that case, this aggregate of Deha, Indriya and this Vishayas, all of this must be Atma, must be the reality. And what is reality must be Swartha, independent, existing in its own, and not serving, not because of something else. Avagantum na shaknumaha. We do not understand how we can arrive at the reality of these objects and these, the aggregate of body, mind, sense. Because avagati avasana pratyapeksha siddhi darshanat. Because if objects, for example, were real, swartha, then they should be existing on their own, they should be revealing themselves. So that is called independent, which exists on its own, which shines on its own. Meaning that which does not require any other means to reveal. That's called self-shining. And the consciousness does not require any means to reveal itself, that is called self-shining. I don't need sense organs to know that I am, nor do I need the mind to know that I am. That I am is a self-revealing fact, self-existing fact. I am because of what? Because I am. I know because of what? Because I know. This is called Swatantra. And therefore, it is not because of something. If something is because of something, then it will serve the purpose of that thing. If this house is because of me, then house will serve my purpose. If anything is because of something else, it is not independent. Thus, Atma is independent, does not serve anybody's purpose. In fact, everybody serves the purpose of Atma. But similarly, let us say the sense objects were real. Then they should be self-shining, meaning that they would not need any means of knowledge to reveal themselves. But here we find that these objects such as Ghatapata, etc., can be known only when a corresponding thought is generated in the mind, like the Ghatakar vritti, Patakar vritti, when this vritti or this pratyaya takes place. Again, that pratyaya, the vritti or the cognition is illumined by the reflected consciousness, avagati, avasana, pratyaya, apeksha. So this part is revealed by the part cognition of the Ghatakara vritti. That's called pratyaya. Pratyaya, apeksha, siddhi. That the part can be ascertained only when a corresponding thought is there in my mind. That pratyaya, part thought or part cognition, when it is there in my mind, then only the presence of the part can be known. So it's not the part that reveals the thought reveals the part. Again, thought also is unconscious. So thought as though becomes conscious by the avagati, by the consciousness. So the reflection of consciousness in the thought. So we find that these Vishaya, the sense objects, do not independently reveal themselves. For them to reveal themselves or for them to be known, they depend upon the pratyaya, which is avagati avasana. And that pratyaya cognition also should have connection with avagati consciousnness by way of the reflection of consciousness. When that is so, then how can we understand that the parts and etc. are independent? Swarthata. How can we arrive at this swarthata or independence of this? We do not know how to arrive at it. Because this is what we understand. that Atma, reality, must be self-existing, self-shining, which would not depend upon any pramana, means of knowledge to reveal that. But as far as all Vishayas are concerned, we find that we require pramanam, a means of knowledge to reveal them. And the same thing goes with this body, mind, sense complex also. Therefore, Siddhi Darshanat, their Siddhi, their being, their existence is only established by this pratyaya. And therefore, we do not see how we can arrive at the independence of the sense organs, sense objects, etc. And how can they be real? In light of this, the next question was raised. Nanu, dehasya avagato na kaschit pratyakshadi pratyantaram apekshade. But as far as the body is concerned, I know dehasya avagato, for perceiving the body, for knowing the body, cognizing the body. Na kaschit pratyakshadi pratyantaram apekshade. I do not require eyes, ears, sense organs. I do not need anything. I know the body as it is. So that is called parartham, dependent, unreal, which needs to be revealed by a pramana, means of knowledge. But I find that the body does not require any means of knowledge. I don't need to see the body, or hear the body, or think of the body. Body is known. Na kaschit pratyakshadi pratyantaram apekshade. Dehasya avagato, for avagati or the knowledge or cognition of the body, pratyantaram, you do not need a pratyaya, you do not need a cognition born of the means of knowledge. So body is self-revealing. Yavata, so nanu katham dehadehe avagadevasan pratyapeksha siddhigatvam. The rule that you apply to a part, that the presence of the part is known only when a corresponding pratyaya or cognition is there. So pratyaya apeksha siddhikatvam. The presence of the part depends upon the part thought, the cognition of the thought, in which avagati consciousness is reflected. But dehadehe, as far as body is concerned, we don't need that. So it looks like Yavata manusyoham pashyami janami. Because manusyoham, I know I'm a human being. What does it mean? It means that the body is known to me. Pashyami, I see. For I see, I do not need to see. I know that I see. That means the sense organ of perception, eyes are also, they reveal themselves, I see. Janami, I know. For knowing that I know, I do not need a means of knowledge. That means mind also is self-revealing. So this dehadi, dehindriya sanghata, looks like that it is known on its own, that it does not require a means of knowledge other than itself. And therefore, how do you say that it is parartha, that it is not real, it is not Atma? It seems to satisfy the lakshana of the Atma. Iti swasamvedyatvam anubhuyate. The part is not swasamvedya. Part is parasamvedya, known by someone else or through something else, with an intervention of the sense organs in the mind. Whereas this body-mind sense complex is known without the intervention of the sense organs on the mind. Therefore, iti shankate. So how do you say that? It requires another pramanam to reveal itself. That's a very clever question. Going to further. Tika says, Anubhava matram angikarote badhamite. Anubhava matram angikarote. Manushyuham, that Manubhava is accepted. Pashyami, I see, accepted. Janami, I know, accepted. But whether that Anubhava means that this body, mind, sense complex is self-revealing, that is not accepted. So there are two elements. That I experience that I am Manushya, I am a human being, I see, I know, that means that the body, Manushyam, Pashyami, sense organs, Janami, mind, all of these reveal themselves. I know them, I experience them. I experience them, therefore they are self-revealing. Experience we accept, self-revealing we don't accept. So, says the Tika further, Nayam anubhavaha svanibandhanaha kintu dehatmanoho aviveka nibandhana iti pratyayati जागृति एवं स्याद् इत्यादिना. So let us read the text. Badham jagrati evam syat. Badham, you are right. Swami always, when the badham, then you become alert because there is something there. Badham, you are right. But that Artha Satyam, you are half right. Meaning that we do not accept your position in totality. Manushyam, that experience of human being, yes, we accept. That I see, we accept. I know, we accept. But your conclusion that means that this body, mind, sense aggregate is self-revealing, that we don't accept. Then why? Na ayam anubhava svanibandhanaha. We do not accept that the body, that Manushya, I know I am a human being, that does not mean that body is self-revealing. Pashyami, I see, that does not mean that the organ of perception is self-revealing. Janami, I know, that does not mean that the mind is self-revealing. Kintu dehatmanoho aviveka nibandhanaha. What is revealing? Is it body that is revealing? Vedanta then says it is consciousness that is revealing. Manusyoham, when I say I am a human being, it is not body that is revealing itself, it is the consciousness that is revealing itself. And that consciousness illumines the body, that's how the body is known. Dehatmanoho aviveka nibandhanaha. This anubhava, manusyoham, is not svanibandhana. Is not that the body in fact is self-revealing. Not caused by body itself. Merely body does not cause the experience I am a human being. Svanibandhana. Nibandhana means caused by. Is not caused by the body. Manushyam, that experience is not caused by the body. Then what? Dehatmanoho aviveka nibandhanaha. It is caused because of the aviveka, the non-discrimination of dehatmanoho, the body and the self. So whether it is the body that is revealing itself in the experience manushyam, or the self aham is manusyoham, two elements are there. They say that body itself is aham. We say no, manusyoham is two elements there. Manushya is the characteristics of the body. Aham is belongs to what? The consciousness. We separate them. They don't separate them. In fact, this experience, Manusyoham, I am a human being, is presented by them as a proof that the body is Atma. Manusyoham. So Manusya and Aham, both of them are placed in the same category by them. And so they say, it is my experience that I am a human being, therefore human being is my nature, body is the Atma. We say that when we say Manusyoham, there are two entities involved there, Manusya and Aham. Manusya belongs to the body. Aham does not belong to body, Aham belongs to consciousness. So by aviveka, by not being able to separate the two, we lump them together and we take them to one entity. In the Manusya and Aham, we take them to be of the same degree of reality because Samanadikaranyam is there, therefore we take them same degree. Is known. One is Mithya, other is Satyam. One is Anatma, other is Atma. That Viveka is not there. That Aham is Atma, the consciousness. Manusya is the human being, the body. That there are two different entities here that we do not recognize. Iti pratyayati. So this is what you make him see. Pratyayati. Pratyaya means to cognize. Pratyaya means to make him cognize. So make him understand that when you proclaim that I am the body is the proof that the body is Atma, it is not. Aviveka is involved in that. Jagrati evam syad ityadina. Text says, Madhav, you are right. Jagrati evam syad. Manusyoham, I am a human being. This experience happens in the waking state. Understand? Then the text continues. Mriti sushuptayostu dehasyapi pratyakshadi pramana apeksha eva siddhi tathaiva indriyanam. Mriti sushuptayostu. But when you are sleeping, do you know that you are a human being? When you are sleeping, body is there. If body is self-revealing, that it should always reveal itself. Then deep sleep state also you should know that I am a human being. Just as Atma is self-revealing, Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu Sfutatara Yasam Vidujrumbhate. Jagrat Swapna Sushuptishu, in the waking, dream, deep sleep, Yasamvid, that consciousness, Vijrumbhate, which shines, reveals itself. So in deep sleep also the I is there. But the body, that Manusya, that is not there. So if body was Atma, then body should reveal itself even in the deep sleep state. Or Mriti, when the body is dead, then also it doesn't reveal itself. Yadi, so, see the Tika. Yadi deha swam prakasha svabhava syat tada swasattayam pramana nirapeksha svabhavatvat sushupti marana avasthasyapi pramana anapeksha siddhikatvam syat nacha evamasti tasmad achetana deha ityartha. Yadi deha Swam prakasha svabhava syat. If svabhava, the nature of body was that it was swam prakasha, self-revealing, what is meant by self-revealing is that which does not depend upon any means of knowledge or anything else to make itself known. If body was like that, that body made itself known, whether mind was there or not. Tada swasattayam pramana nirapeksha svabhavatvad. Then for swasattayam, for revealing that it is pramana nirapekshatvad, it would be independent of any pramana means of knowledge, meaning that its existence would not have revealed to be limited by anything. Sushupti marana avastasyapi dehasya. Deha, the body, which is sushupti avastha, marana avastha, sleeping, dead. Pramana anapeksha siddhikatvam syat. Then also that body would be known. Dead man also would know that I am, manusyoham. Because body is Atma. And therefore a dead man also would know manusyoham. A sleeping person should know manusyoham. If that manusya, meaning body, was self-revealing, then a sleeping person also should know manusyoham. Dead person should, because body is very much there. And that is Atma, then it reveals itself. But no, pramana anapeksha siddhikatvam na chevam asti. That's not so. So, text said, mriti sushuptayo studehasyavi pratyakshadi pramana apeksha eva siddhi. A sleeping body is, the body is not able to proclaim that I am, that body has to be seen by eyes, by the pramana, then only that body is can be known. A dead body also does not reveal or proclaim that I am, that dead body also has to be seen, then only its existence is established. So, pratyakshadi pramana apeksha eva siddhi. Pratyakshadi anyway, whatever. So, anumanam, etc. So, I guess you see the footsteps here and therefore you infer that somebody must have passed through, etc. I guess, But those footsteps don't say that, hey, I passed through here or something like that. Therefore, nachevam asti, the body does not proclaim its existence in the state of deep sleep or in the state of death. Tasmat achetano deha ityartha. Therefore, the body is unconscious. If the body is conscious, it must be self-revealing. A conscious that is called a conscious that reveals itself and reveals everything else. Only Atma is in that category. Then the Tika continues. Dehe uktanyayam indriyadau atidishade tatha indriyanam iti. Dehe uktanyayam. The rule that we arrived at, or the conclusion that we arrived at, that achetano deha, the body is unconscious, that is the conclusion that we arrived at from the previous discussion. Uktanyayam indriyado atidishadi is also extended to sense organs, etc. Just as body is unconscious, so are sense organs unconscious, so is mind unconscious. So Bhashyakara says, tathaiva indriyana. In the waking state, pashyami, I know. Janami is alright. But how about deep sleep state? In the deep sleep state, do the eyes say that I see? Then the eyes should see. If eyes were self-existing and self-revealing, then in deep sleep state also they should see. Ears should hear. That's not so. Or the mind also should think. That is not so. So Indriyana, sense organs, including the mind also, they are not self-revealing when it comes to deep sleep state. What's the talk? What's the question of death? So tathaiva indriyana, tatha eva. So is the case with the sense organs. So what is tatha? Say the tika. Tatha dehavata pramana apeksha eva siddhi ityartha. Tatha similarly. Siddhi, that the sense organs are there, mind is there, is also by other pramanam and not by themselves. So not pratyaksha, but pramana apeksha eva siddhi. Sense organs cannot be perceived, but presence of sense organs is inferred. That's how Naiyayikas explain. Eyes cannot see themselves. How do you know eyes are? Because the act of seeing is taking place. So an action cannot take place unless karanam, the means of accomplishing that action, is there. Until then, an action cannot take place. Chidikriya, for example, splitting the wood, would not take place unless an axe was there. That's the rule. Asadharanam karanam. Therefore, that's special. There are many sadhana karanas are there, desh, kala, etc. But without karanam, you cannot accomplish a kriya. Because we see, the seeing is an action. An action presupposes the means of action. Therefore, eyes are, because I see. That's how Naiyayikas say. They say that the existence of sense organs is inferred from the acts of perception. So because I think, therefore the mind is. And so, that sense organs are there, mind is there. Anyatra manaha bhuvam na drishtam, anyatra mano na shrausham. Somebody is sitting on the sidewalk and extremely busy with his smithy work, or with sharpening an arrow. And somebody asked him, hey, did you see the whole retinue, king along with the retinue, he was just passed by, did you see? Anyatra manahavam nadrishtam. Says, no, my mind was elsewhere, I was absent-minded, I did not see. Did you hear? Absent-minded, did not hear. That shows the existence of mind. That merely eyes are not sufficient to see, but something else also is required to see, and that's how the existence of mind also is inferred. But the sense organs, mind, all of these are also require inference. But pramana is there. So pramana apeksha eva siddhi. That they exist also is established only by a pramanam. Maybe perception, or in case of body perception, in case of sense organs, mind, the inference. Then Tika says, Kincha dehadehi anatma bhautikatvat bhashyavat ityaha bhashya eva hiti. So the text says, so kincha dehadi anatma bhautikatvat bhashyavat. So now an inference also, anumana also is presented. Dehadi anatma, the body, sense organs, all of this is anatma, non-self. Bhautikatvat, because they are bhautika. What is bhautika? That which is the product of combination of bhuta is called bhautika. Modification of bhuta is bhautika. So bhutas are the five elements. Bhautika means that which is the product of the five elements is called bhautika shastra. You know? So dehadi, body, sense organs, mind, all of this is anatma because they are products of matter. How do you say? Bhashyavata, like these external things. Whether body is product of matter or sense organs and mind is established by the fact that the five elements are bhautika. They are called bhutas. Akash, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi, they are the elements. And the external objects are the product of the combination of elements or elementals. So this we know they are bhautika, they are anatma, they are unconscious. So the body, sense organs, they also fall in the same category, bhashyavata, like the external objects. Ityaha. This is what the text says now further. Bhashyaha evahi shabdadeha dehendryakara parinataha iti pratyakshadi pramana apeksha evahi siddhi. Bhashyaha eva shabdadeha. Understand that we have these five elements which are external. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, or Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa. These form the external world. And we know that they are unconscious. Bhautika, they are elementals. Cross. So Shabdadeha. These Shabdadeha, the Shabda etc., which are the external elements, Dehendriyakara Parinataha. What is body? This body is nothing but the product of the combination of five elements. Space, and I can touch, therefore air, and then I can see, therefore fire. I can taste, therefore water. I can smell, therefore earth. And so also the sense organs, as far as Vedanta is concerned, the sense organs also are the product of the five elements in their subtle state. And so also the mind. So Bhashyaha eva shabdadeha. Understand that the external elements such as Shabda etc., they alone have combined to form the body, mind, sense complex. Shabda is the gross and subtle. They alone have formed or combined to make this body, sense, mind complex. Iti pratyakshadi pramana apekshayave siddhi. Therefore, the siddhi that the body, mind, sense complex exists is only similar to the siddhi of the external objects. Just as to know that the pot is, I require the pramanam eyes, then only the existence of the pot can be established. So all the external objects being unconscious, their presence can be established only when they are perceived by corresponding sense objects. So pratyakshadi pramana apekshayava siddhi. That external objects exist is established by the pratyakshadi pramana. And those very same elements make up this complex, therefore it falls in the same category. How do you say that? The external objects require the pramanam, perception, inference, etc. to know that they are. And yes, this body, mind, sense complex also is made up of these five elements. But so what? Why should this also require the pratyakshadi pramanam? So Tika says, Bhutani eva grahya, grahaka, karana, tat ayatanatvena, parinamante, bhutani eva. These five elements indeed, parinamante, they become transformed into what? Grahya. Grahya means that which is perceived is called grahya. Grahaka, the perceiver, is called grahaka. Karana, the means of perception. Ayatanam, where all of these things are located. So, in this experience of this part, the part is grahya, that which is perceived. Who am I? Grahaka, the perceiver. Karana, the eyes are karana or the means of knowledge. And all of these is all housed in this body. It's called ayatanam. So grahya, grahaka, karana, ayatanatvena, parinamante, bhutani. These five elements alone become transformed as the objects and the body and the sense organs and the I, aham vritti. Upakarya, upakara bhavena. Then let us read that. Upakarya, upakaraka bhavena, mithas samhatanam, samayonitva niyamat, iti bhavaha. Mithas samhatanam, they are mutually combined. As what? Upakarya, upakaraka. Those five external elements are upakaraka. They are those which actually help. The body is upakarya. Because those five elements make up this body. Upakaraka, they are upakaraka. Body is upakarya. So what's the relationship between so even though those elements are external, and even though the body etc. are here, they are related as upakaraka, upakarya. Those elements in fact help or serve the purpose of body etc. Then only this can be created. Mithas samhatanam, therefore mutually they are combined. Samana yonitva niyamat, then they should belong to same yoni, same kind of species, same class. Meaning that the body which is made of the five elements should belong to the same class as the five elements. When you make a rasagulla, or the syrup is made of the sugar. So sugar transforms itself into syrup, therefore syrup also falls in the category of sugar. So sugar is upakaraka. So that which gets transformed, syrup is upakarya, which is transformed. So therefore when this relationship is there, they fall in the same category. So similarly the elements in fact get transformed as this body, mind, sense complex. Therefore this also falls in the same category of those elements. Therefore, pratyakshadi pramana apeksha eva siddhi. So just as those five external elements can reveal their existence only when they are illumined by the pramana, the means of knowledge, so also the body, mind, sense are complex, which is the product of those same five elements, need the same pramana. They need to be revealed. So product also for the same category. So that also is not swasamvedya or not self-shining. It needs to be illumined by the pramanam such as perception. So pramana apekshava siddhi. Now what is siddhi? Here siddhi means the existence is established by the pramana. Pramana nirapekshava siddhi. Their existence is established by the pramanam. they cannot independently establish their existence. So siddhi also can mean accomplishment. Sadh siddhi. Sadh means to accomplish. So siddhi also can mean accomplished. Something that is accomplished, something that is produced. Siddhamannam. When the food is cooked, rice is cooked, it's called siddhamannam. Cooked. So siddhi, when we use the word siddhi also means something that is accomplished or something that is produced. So Tika says, Nanu siddhi iti nishpattihi uchyate sa na pratyakshadi apeksha iti tatra aha. So that Purva Pakshi, wait a minute, siddhi means nishpatti. Nishpatti means what? That which is produced. So this is sana pratyakshadi apeksha. No, they say that the consciousness is produced. Like the scientists say that the consciousness is produced when there is this primordial soup. So consciousness is the product of matter. What existed before was matter. And what exists in the whole universe is matter only. That there is consciousness is a miracle that takes place only on the earth, as best as we know. There could be something else. The unidentified flying objects, stuff like that thing is going on from time beginningless. Recently, in fact, it seems that the Americans also spotted some objects like that coming from alien planet, some other planet, which may also have life like the human, like the earth. And they could be more advanced than we are. Therefore, they can send signals that we can't understand, or that they have created objects that are flying which we cannot make out what they are, something like that. The human fantasy always likes to think like that. But anyway, so here the nishpatti is so consciousness is created from the primordial soup. So when the soup was there, when all these elements met together and it had heated to a certain temperature, rose to a certain point, then consciousness manifested, created, nishpatti. So also the Charvakas, these Laukadikas, the materialists believe that consciousness is created from matter. So the text says, Siddhi iti cha pramana phalam avagatim avochama. So let us clarify the meaning of the word siddhi. We did not use the word siddhi in the sense of something that is cooked, something that is produced, something that is accomplished. We mean siddhi means the accomplishment, the existence of something. So pramana phalam avagatim. Siddhi here means avagatim, the cognition. Means pramana phalam, which is the result of the operation of means of knowledge. So you operate the means of knowledge, namely eyes, and then avagati, the cognition of part takes place. So that is how the part is, that is established. Thus the existence in the part can be established only when there is a cognition of part. So we say siddhi means the establishment or a proof of the existence of something. Depends upon the avagati, the consciousness of that thing, because it is not self-revealing. That's what we meant by siddhi. Not siddhi means something that consciousness produced. So the Tika says, Dehakara parinateshu bhuteshu madashaktivata avagatihi utpadyate iti tasyaha api bhautikatvam avishishtam iti lokayatiga shankam apakurvan avagati swarupam aha sacha iti. So what the Lokayatika word says that when the part and your eyes, when they combine, then the consciousness of the part is created. Avagati means consciousness. So when there is this contact of the sense organ with the sense object, you say that the consciousness is self-existing, illumines that. No, consciousness is created. Because when that contact is not there, the consciousness is not there. Only when there is a contact of the eyes with an object, then only there is consciousness of the object. So whether the object is known because of consciousness, whether consciousness is created because of the object combination of the sense organ and eyes, how can I say? This is what they say. Siddhi means avagati utpadyate. Avagati means consciousness is always created, takes place. What's the example? Where do you find? Because part also is unconscious and the mind also is unconscious. How can it be that two unconscious things combine to become conscious? How can it be? Deha akara parinadeshu bhuteshu madashaktivata. So they say that this deha, the bhuteshu, they take except 4 elements, not 5 elements. Because space cannot be perceived. So air, fire, water, these 4 elements are accepted by them. These 4 elements, they combine to form this body, mind, sense complex. Dehakara parinateshu bhuteshu, the 4 elements that have transformed themselves in the form of this body. Madashaktivat avagati utpadyate. Madashakti. See, that is molasses. When they make sugar, then there are the impurities that come molasses. When it is fermented, then it becomes intoxication. Is there, becomes like wine. That's how wine is produced. The molasses are fermented, and longer you keep them, stronger it is, I guess. So that's called mada. Mada means intoxication. Molasses, if you eat, there is no intoxication. But when these molasses are fermented, then intoxication is produced which was not there. See, that theory is that something which is not inherently there can be produced nevertheless. Intoxication that is not inherently there in molasses is produced. There is no rule that something that exists alone manifests. The more famous example is betel leaf and the lime. Betel leaf is green, lime is white. But when you chew that betel leaf, then your mouth becomes red. So red color is produced. Neither betel leaf is red nor lime is red. When you combine them, something new is produced. So there is no rule that what is inherent in that alone can be produced, what is not there also can be produced. So Mother Shakti is another example. Similarly, it is true that part is unconscious, mind is unconscious. When they combine, consciousness is produced. That avagati, that is how the consciousness of the part takes place. How do you refute that? Or these 4 elements combine to form the body, and therefore, even though each one of them is unconscious, but when they combine them, consciousness is created, like the red color from betel leaf and lime. Iti tasyapi bhautikatvam avishishtam. Therefore, even your consciousness also is bhautika. But the body is bhautika, meaning product of bhuta, then the avagati consciousness also is produced by that combination. Therefore, that is also bhautika. Bhautikatvam avishishtamedi. So consciousness also is material, sort of, product of matter. This is science. Science also says the same thing. That consciousness is produced when this body, this gets combined. When this combination changes, when does the body die? Then the Lokayadika would say that when these four elements exact combination changes, then the consciousness is not there. It is only a unique kind of combination that produces consciousness. When that is not there, body is dead. Science was heart dead and brain dead, but same thing. Consciousness was there, now it is not there. So there is also, life also is bhautika. Iti lokayadika shankam apakurvan, refuting this position of the materialist. Avagati swarupamaha. The text says the swarupa, the true nature of avagati or consciousness, sachaiti. So the sentence says, sacha avagatihi kutastha swayam siddha atma jyoti swarupa iti cha. Sacha avagati, that avagati is not something that is produced. Swayam siddha, self-existing. If self-existing, then how come you don't? Because it is not it can be unmanifest. Consciousness can be unmanifest and can become manifest when a given combination takes place. So when a primordial soup takes place, then it is not that this primordial soup creates consciousness, but the self-existing consciousness becomes manifest. Just as when you switch on, then the bulb glows, it is not that by switching on the electricity is created, it is that electricity manifests as a light. So creation is one thing, manifestation is a different thing. They say that consciousness is created, we say consciousness becomes manifest. Swayam siddha is self-existing, but does require a medium of manifestation. Electricity is existing all right, but requires a medium of bulb to manifest itself. So also, consciousness is self-existing. It needed this organic matter. So the carbon is some place and hydrogen another place, etc., etc. So when all that structure is formed somehow, then that becomes the fit medium for manifestation of life. You require organic matter for the manifestation of life. Inorganic matter cannot manifest it. So when the matter was there, was the basic elements were there. Carbon was there and hydrogen. That is not a miracle. It's only on the earth. Or so water, when they say there is water, that means H2O, hydrogen is there. That's a big thing. But carbon is even a bigger thing, Carbon is a miracle on earth. So when carbon and hydrogen, they combine to form certain, whatever kind of chain is formed, then that becomes the fit medium or instrument for manifestation of consciousness, not creation of consciousness. Avagati swayam siddha. Consciousness is self-existing. Atma jyoti swarupa kutastha, changeless. Atma jyoti swarupa, of the nature of the light of consciousness, that is the self. So Tika says, iti cha avochama iti anushangaha. Iti avochama, siddhi iti pramana phala. We have already said that anything that becomes known only when it is illumined by pramana. We also said Then when all of these things require a Pramana to reveal them, there is one thing that does not require, which is Atma. That also we have said. That Atma Jyoti, the light of self, is Swayam Siddha, is self-existing, Kutastha, changeless. Jyoti Swarupa Atma is self-revealing. Iti cha avochama, that also we have said in all the previous discussion. So don't bring that thing, we already established consciousness self-existing. Where do you say it is produced? So when we say Siddhi, it's not produced, they say it is produced. Anytime we become conscious of something, consciousness is produced. We say anytime we become conscious of something, consciousness becomes manifest. That's a big difference. Other than that, you say you demonstrate. We say you demonstrate. You produce consciousness, gone. So far it has not happened. You can, from one cell you can produce another cell, but it already is life. But combine this unconscious matter and produce consciousness or life, then we will believe you. Even if it becomes produced, it will be only manifest. But Swami, when does this fetus become alive? At 4 months the life comes? When does it come? It comes from the day one. Even before conception also is alive. As semen in the father and blood in the mother is alive. You can't combine unconscious things to bring about. It's idiotic to think that life enters. What do you mean life enters? Then before life enters, it was lifeless? If it's lifeless, then one cell cannot grow. That very cell, then it grows. How can it, up to 4 months, how did the growth take place? Or even whatever you think life entered, even after 1 second, how did that 1 second pass? It is alive. Even before conception, not because of conception. In conception, there is a combination, whatever kind of things are there, X and Y. But life is never produced, it's always there. And so that comes from the food which is also alive. You cannot eat rocks and then be alive, not possible. You have to eat live food. There were plants, vegetables, Oshadaya, all of them are alive. In that sense, we also eat. For our existence also, we do take life of the plants, etc. One life form depends upon the life. For the life alone gets transformed from food to the semen, to the fetus, to the body. Iti avochama, we already said that life is never produced, is always there. But when did it? That is where Vedanta, it is anadi. Now we don't have an answer. So when did life come into being? It never came into being. Then when? It is ever existing, anadi. That's where we falter. If you say it began at a given point, that means again it is produced. It's idiotic to ask when, because then it is produced. How can we say it when? Then when you accept adi, that means you are accepting production, creation. Anadi. Life is beginningless. Will remain endless also. Okay, here we'll take a break. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Ishvaro Gururatmedi Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। કંઈ કહેવાનું છે? હા.
હરિઓમ. પ્રસ્થાનત્રીના પારાયણનો કાર્યક્રમ રવિવારથી શરૂ થઈ રહ્યો છે. સહેજ એના વિશે આપણે જાણીએ. જો એક તો આપણને એવું લાગતું હોય કે આ તો અઘરું છે, આપણે માટે નથી અને વિદ્વાનો માટે કે મહાત્માઓ માટે છે, એવું ના માનશો.
આપણે વિદ્વાન છીએ.
આપણે છીએ.
કયા વિદ્વાનો?
હા, એટલે આપણે બધા વિદ્વાન છીએ. આટલા વર્ષોથી ભણી રહ્યા છીએ, આપણને બધાને આવડે જ છે. અને જે આપણે ભણીએ છીએ એ ઉપનિષદોનો જ પાઠ કરવાનો છે. એ અઘરું છે એવું માનીને ઓપ્શનમાં ના કાઢશો. એક વસ્તુ, કેટલાકને એવું પણ હોય કે નવરાત્રિમાં આપણે ઉપાસના કરવાની છે, એ છૂટી જશે અને દેવી નારાજ થશે કે એવું કંઈક. હું લઈ લો સ્વામીજી. તો એવું પણ ના માનીએ કે દેવી નારાજ થશે. આપણે બ્રહ્મવિદ્યાની